Okay, here's another lesson on how to do lists. If you take a look at the PowerPoint slides, there are two different types of lists that are available to you in this basic form of HTML. Unordered list and ordered list. An unordered list is a bulleted list, and an ordered list is a numbered list, okay? The main distinction between them is which tag starts the party. So if I do a UL, that's for unordered list. The next new tag that we need to learn is list item, or LI. Again, if you take a look at the PowerPoint slides and read them through, all of this is explained to you so that you have it in front of you. So after I do an unordered list, I'm going to go ahead and end the list. Now, the first thing that you need to understand is this UL starts the list. Nothing will happen in terms of where the bullet goes or where the numbers go without this LI. It's not L number one, it's an I, and it stands for list item. So I will put for my UL this weekend plans, and for my first list item, I'm going to do Friday. My second list item, I'm going to do Saturday. My third list item, I'm going to do Sunday. This is what I want you guys to do on your shell.html file. Anywhere on the sheet is fine as long as you pull this off, okay? So this is my unordered list. I've saved this file as list.html. Again, as a reminder, make sure that you have all files chosen on the bottom and that you overwrite the .txt by typing .html. In this circumstance, it's going to say, oh, you already have one. Do you want to replace it? And clearly my answer is yes. Okay. If I go back to my student folder and I open up the list file, here it is. I've got a list, this weekend plans, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. One thing you should notice, LI did not need to end. I'll go ahead and activate the code. Once I do a second LI, it knows the first bullet is over with and gives me a new bullet. So the UL starts the list. Notice how it pushes it in a little bit, gives me a little bit of white space between the how-to and this zone, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. If I want to go ahead and add another list item, I can do that. Again, you need the tag, LI, and I don't know, Monday. That doesn't make sense because it's not a weekend day, but there you go. Okay, so that's that story. The difference between a UL and an OL is that a UL has bullets and an OL is numbers. So all I need to do to change this to a numbered list essentially is change the starting tag and the ending tag from UL to OL, not 0L, my bad. And now when I come back into my code window and refresh this page, instead of the bullets, I'm now going to have numbers. Prove it they don't believe you. Here you go, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now notice again on your code, there's no numbers here. The only thing that tells the browser to put a number is, I start an ordered list with this part, and this is number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and then I end the list. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and come back to an unordered list. Please, by all means, pause the video at any point to test this stuff out, and rewind it if you need to, whatever you need to do. And also refer to the notes that I put on to the site as well for more information that you may be confused on. The third kind of list that we teach in this is what we call a nested list. Okay, so if I were to add under the Friday 3 different things that I want to do on Friday, I'm going to simply just start a new list, and I'll make it an OL again. And I put carriage returns or enter buttons between it so that it makes sense in my brain. You could keep going all the way to the right, but trust me on this, it gets really confusing when you don't put things on their own line to separate them from other things, from the other parts of the list. So on Friday, if I wanted to do 3 different things that I'm going to do on Friday, I'll go ahead and I'm going to copy my list item, because why would I type it again when I don't have to? So on Friday, I'm going to go out for dinner, go to the basketball game, and then, I don't know, watch a movie. Okay? Now on this circumstance, notice I ended my UL, but I forgot to end my OL. One of the most common mistakes that new HTML users do is to forget to end tags that need to end. Part of the reason why it's so easy to forget is there's so many tags that never end, so it gets really confusing which ones you're supposed to end and which ones you're not. So now I've got two different lists. Friday is my first bullet with 3 numbers underneath it. Go out for dinner, go to the basketball game, watch a movie. And then I'm ending this numbered list for Friday. So let's go back to the code window, or the browser I should say, and refresh the page. Now I've got a nested list, which essentially just means a list under a list. It could be a bulleted list under the list. It could be a numbered list under a numbered list. It's just a list in a list. That's all a nested list means. Okay? If I'm going to go ahead and do additional stuff for this, again, be cautious. When you copy and paste bad code, it's still bad code. So if you're going to go the route of copying and pasting things to be more efficient, by all means do that, but make sure you're checking on the browser that it actually worked, because if you copy and paste bad code, there's nothing more irritating than having to fix it multiple times because it wasn't right in the first place. So on Saturday, I'm not going to go out for dinner. On Saturday, I'm going to, I don't know, get my taxes done. My daughter says get my nails done, so I'll go that route. And then go to the kids' basketball games. Okay, saving this. So now under Saturday, I have a numbered list that gives details for Saturday. Same deal for Sunday. Monday clearly makes no sense for a weekend. What I need you guys to do is what I've done here. Keep this real though. Tell me plans that you're going to do that are rated G that you would share with your grandmother. Let's keep this school appropriate, please and thank you. And master the difference between doing an OL and a UL, as well as nesting a list so that you've got multiple lists going on, ending when you want them to do, and so forth and so on. Please pause the video as many times as you need, rewind it as many times as you need, and have fun. Thanks.